Hello, everybody. Marcos Villegas for FightUpTV.com, standing here in Lake Forest, California, at the Rain Training Center, here alongside Mark Munoz. And Mark, everybody knows what happened with you. You're scheduled to fight Chael Sonnen, and you went in and got surgery on your elbow. Let me know how that injury and the rehab's been coming along for you.
Rehab has been great. Before my fight against Chris Lieben, my arm went out to here, just like this. That's how far it can go. And now, new and improved, Mark 2.0, I can straighten out my arm. It's crazy. So I can sit on my punches a little bit more. I can throw straighter instead of like throwing hooks. So it's going good. I go to rehab now 3 days a week. I weaned off 5 days a week. Actually, it was 5, then 4, then now 3. Just doing a lot of stuff on my own. A lot of band stuff that I showed you prior to this interview. But more for the elbow. I've been taking a weight and just trying to leave it there so it can stretch out the capsule a little bit more. But other than that, man, I've just been sparring and training every day, man. So fight camp has been great, and just dialing everything in.
Looking at the injury, and you had a huge winning streak coming into that Chael Sonnen fight. Yeah. How much did that injury affect you in your prior performances?
With this injury, I didn't really think it hindered me at all. But during the Lieben fight, I felt it. And I never felt it in fights prior to that. And I've been complaining about my elbow for a long time. I've been complaining about it since WEC, but since then I've been fighting consistently. I mean, that last fight against Chael Sonnen, that would have been my 9th fight in like 26 months.
Which is a crazy amount of fights for, when you look at people now, they fight usually 2 times a year, but you've been doing that consistently for about 2 years.
2 years, yeah. So I'm one of the most active guys on the roster. You know, that's how I am. You know, once I fight, I come probably a week after and I train. But I don't train hard. I just kind of train with the guys that are preparing for fights, and I want to be here for those guys that are in camp. And so I come back and I help them out, and I roll with them, I spar with them, and I do everything I can with them. And that's just how we have it here. You know, once you get done, yes, you do take a week off, you take some time off, and then you come back and you help the guys. So they come back and they help you, and that's generally how I've been doing it. And so during that Lieben fight, I felt it, man. It was just like, man, I need some rest. So afterwards, I was gonna get surgery, and then Joe Silva called and Dana called and said, Anderson's out, you're in for Fox in Chicago. I'm like, sweet, that's a no-brainer. I'm gonna take that all day. So I was training 10 days before my fight. My arm was locked like this, and I couldn't do anything. And that's when I had to back out.
How hard was it to back out? And since then, you know, how hard has it been just being seated out, not really been able to do much because of the rehab?
Yeah, I was depressed, man. I kind of fell into depression for about a week. Yeah, and then I was like, you know what, man? It's just a part of it. Yeah. Everything happens, and then I came to my senses and was just, I need to snap out of this. I need to do something. And so, you know, once I had the surgery, everything else started coming into play. I started going to rehab. Actually recovered for about a week and a half, and then started going to rehab. And you know, from then on, it's just been progressively getting better. And now it's just a sign that my body needed rest.
Enter code HUB749 for a domain name discount, and enter the codes below for other great discounts from GoDaddy.com.